Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. This is the It's Your Healthy Lifestyle show hosted by the founder of this platform, Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, and myself, Roland Friedl. How important is your health and fitness to you? We show you how you can easily eat healthier every day, how you can improve your fitness and recover much quicker after your exercises and workouts. Families will learn how to optimize their children's health and nutrition. And finally, you will also hear how you live a long, healthy and fit life into your old age. Join us here on It's Your Healthy Lifestyle.
Welcome to It's Your Healthy Lifestyle show here at USA Global TV and Radio. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, and it's an absolute pleasure to be with you today. This topic is near and dear to my heart, and so is this show. We're going to be talking about stepping into fitness, the power of daily walking. And this is something I truly believe in. I didn't for a long time. I thought you had to be out there power running and doing all kinds of sprints, but we're going to find out more from someone who is truly an expert in this area. He is the star and host of our show. His name is Mr. Roland Friedl. And in addition to being a fitness fanatic and a longevity proponent, he also is a coach, a mentor, and he's an expert when it comes to men's work. Let's welcome him to the program. Hello, Roland. How are you?
Hello, Dr. JACALYN. Great to see you. Hello to our audience. Hello.
Yes. Hello to our audience. I have to share that there is an electrical storm going on right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's been going on for probably 12 hours. The power was out. It set the alarm off. It was crazy. So,
oh, my gosh.
Hopefully we won't have any problems. But so, Roland, where in the world are you right now?
I'm right now in the middle of Europe in Austria. Actually, because when you say thunderstorm, there are a lot of thunderstorms going around, but not here in the area. So it's really, it's just amazing. I hear the thunder, I see the blizzards, but here in the area, it's always peaceful and quiet. So I'm very lucky to stay here with my motorhome, because what I'm scared about is hail. You know, when the hail is destroying your motorhome, it's not fun. So I'm in the middle of Europe, North Austria, very close to the Czech border, in a beautiful area in the wild.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're not being impacted by the storms. So can you tell us a little bit, do you know what exactly thunder and lightning are caused from? What are the conditions that create this?
No idea, but I love to see them.
I'll try to find it. So I just want to say, probably when there's thunder and lightning, not the best time to be outside. I know we have a community pool across the street, and there were a bunch of children the other day in the pool. Well, I thought, oh my gosh, I don't think this is a good idea. So, but let's talk about the positives of daily walking. And are you talking about that power walking where you're throwing your arms around, or is it just kind of like, oh, I'm outside in nature? What do you think is, and there's different reasons for both, I'm sure.
I guess there's something in between power walking and just, yeah. In Spanish, says having un paseo, just walking around a little bit. I personally, I love walking, to be honest. I was a runner many years ago. I was running marathon, long distance run and stuff like that. And after accident, I couldn't run anymore because I had pain in my knees and stuff like that. So I joined, yeah, I joined a walking group. It was really fun. And then in the beginning, I was a little bit loving about the guys just walking. I said, who the fuck is walking? I'm a runner. But I absolutely enjoy it. And I see so many benefits in walking. But as I said, it's really walking, that you really start sweating, that you really, your blood sugar is going up. It's not just slowly, slowly, slowly. Better than nothing, of course, especially when you are a starter. Maybe you are fighting with you want to lose weight when you're obese or something like that. You cannot power walk in the beginning for sure. But when I talk about walking for health reasons, for fitness reasons, then I mean fast walking, of course. Yeah.
And what about walking with your dog?
Yeah, that's one of my advantages. For me, walking is not an option. I just do it every day because I have a large dog. She needs walks. I love the walks, and we go quite fast. We go quite fast. Actually, in the morning, especially in summer when it's hot, like it is right now. And to be honest, I'm very happy that we have a long summer here. I have no problems with the temperatures. So we go early in the morning in the shadow in the forest. In the morning and afterwards in the evening, short before sunset, and we walk depending, but a minimum walk is actually we do 9 miles a day is a minimum walk we do. So 4.5 and 5 miles, and one in the morning, one in the evening. So 9-mile walk is the minimum we do every day, and I love it. I love walking, absolutely.
9 miles. That's impressive. Oh my goodness. I really commend you on that. So when you're doing your walk, what kind of walk is it? Is it leisurely? Is it, you have a certain time you're trying to get for each mile?
No, I don't use any. When I was younger, and I want to reaching some goals, I used a pulsar and this different gadgets. I don't use them anymore. I don't count steps or something like that. I just walk and walk. I know that it's good. Sometimes I look on my smartphone because I don't use, the reason why I don't use any clock, any wrist anymore. So sometimes when I have a business meeting early in the morning, a business call, of course, I'm limited by time, but normally I just walk, and I just walk fast, really fast, because slow walking is not mine. Right now, because I'm helping my auntie out, and when we go together to the center of the village for shopping, so I carry her stuff. She was like, slowly. Said, I'm sorry, I'm used to walk very, very fast. I love it, and it's a very good exercise for me. Absolutely. I love to walk fast. I don't do Nordic walking anymore because with the dog I had before, it was easier because it was always on my side. But this little lady, this little girl, is just running left and right. And then when she's on the leash, it's a little bit complicated with your sticks that you don't fall over. So I don't do Nordic walking anymore with sticks. What I really love Nordic walking, because you're even faster. You push your arms, and you can also use your arms and train your arms with Nordic walking. But I just walk fast, and I try to walk, if possible, hilly terrain, up and downs when it's possible. And yeah, I always walk, no matter where I am. And I think this is one of the benefits of walking. You don't need much gear. Good shoes is really good, but to be honest, I'm in the happy condition that I'm very healthy and fit, so I have a good muscle. I've not any problems with my joints or something like that. So I walk in flip-flops, 6-7 miles. I'm used to it. But if you're just a beginner, I would recommend really good shoes, running shoes or walking shoes, whatever, to support your joints, especially in the beginning. But you can do walking everywhere. It's easy. In the city, in the countryside, wherever you are, walking is everywhere as possible. In a park, you just make some rounds, or in nature, in a forest, on a mountain, or around a lake or whatever. I love walking because you can do it anywhere, and it doesn't cost anything.
It's very true. I have my little go-to, which is when the weather is bad, I go to the shopping center, which is quite large and indoors. And so I'll walk 2 miles inside and then maybe a mile outside if it clears up. So that's my second or third workout of the day, which is fun. So something else I wanted to just mention, walking, when you walk, I don't know if it's enough, how many minutes it is, or how this happens, but at least I start to go into this zone, and then I come up with really good creative ideas. That's how I came up with my Dr. JACALYN business. And so I find that even though it's good for exercise, it's also good for channeling some thoughts and having some ideas come to your mind.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, for me the same. So sometimes I blend my day or my week during I'm walking, but most of the time I really have creative ideas. Absolutely, yeah, when it's time. Yeah, and sometimes
Roland,
I try not to think. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, what are your thoughts about getting a standing desk so that you can be walking while you're working?
I know people, even top managers who don't have a large office, just a standing desk because they love it to go walk around. Well, actually, I'm living in a motorhome, so there's no place for standing desk. But what I love to do is when I'm on the phone with a client, I walk because I know that I'm more active than sitting in a chair or in a sofa or something. So what I do is I walk when I'm on the phone. That's what I still do. Yeah, not in my motorhome, of course, outside. Yeah. Yeah, in a standing position is very good because we sit too much, and most people are suffering from back pain. And I know that that's the feedback from I got from many people who are suffering from back pain. When they walk, the pain is less; it's decreasing. Yeah, it's very healthy. Walking is very healthy. And for me, one of the benefits of walking right now is, I love to exercise too, weightlifting. Mostly, I do it with my own body weight, with TRX and other stuff. Is when I walk 4 or 5 miles with my dog really fast, I'm not so exhausted instead of running, because when I run fast, I'm much more exhausted. So there's much more energy left for my weightlifting. That's why I also love walking. It's a good combination for me, walking and weightlifting.
What about walking with small weights? Have you ever done that? Those little hand weights?
I don't like it, because the point is when you have something in your hands, even walking sticks, then you have more tension because you have to keep them, and then you have tension in your arms. I don't like it when walking, because I found out when I have tension during walking, then the tension goes up here on my shoulders and on the neck. I don't feel comfortable with that. So I just walk free, and I do weightlifting later on, but not on walking. What I do is in between. So depending on the area, I bring my TRX. I have the Navy SEALs version. It comes in a small backpack, and I bring my TRX to my walk with my dog in the forest. And sometimes there's an option on a tree or wherever I can mount it. I do some workout in between, and then we continue our work. And let's say every 10-15 minutes, depending on the terrain, we make a stop. I mount the TRX, do some workout, 10-15 minutes, then we continue working. So I do this in between, yes, but I don't like carrying something on my hands. What I do use sometimes is I have a weight vest that I carry when I walk. So it's a weight vest. This makes me feel comfortable, and for me it's a good workout too, to get more power and more energy in my walk. But I don't want something in my hands, because I know that when I have tension here. Yeah, that's my personal experience.
That makes a lot of sense. What about your dog? Is your dog on a lead or a leash or running free?
Depending on the area, depending on the government restrictions. Depending, when we are alone, she can run free because she's not a hunter. She's not a hunting dog, so I know she's not hunting, so she can run free. But in some area there are legal restrictions, or when there are people outside who are scared, and even she's not doing anything, but some people are scared of dogs, I put her on a leash. But mostly she's running free, because we go early in the morning or late in the evening, where normally not many people are in the forest or on the road we are running or walking.
You're on a road all of your own. So
yeah, most of the time.
Now, before you go for your walks, will you do any type of stretching, or maybe after your walks?
I do it in between. So I start in the morning. My daily routine is I got up in the morning quite early. I do my daily routine. I do my prayer, my thanks prayer. What I'm grateful about that. I take my supplements, and then we start walking. And yeah, when we make the first break for a workout, as I said with my TRX, the first break is always a stretching in the beginning. But I don't do cold stretching, meaning getting out of the bed and stretch. I don't do this. So we walk, doing a kind of warm up with my walk with my dog, and then I do a stretching in between. And then the next breaks, we do different weightlifting with my body weight with the TRX, and then we do a stretching at the end of the walk. Yeah, but not a cold stretch in the beginning. For me, it doesn't work. I have to warm up first.
Me too. I'm the same way. Absolutely. Now, do you ever find yourself at any point wanting to just sort of break out into a light jog?
In the beginning, when because I was a runner. Yeah. In the beginning, yeah. It was yeah. In the beginning, yes, but now no. I just walk. But in the beginning, yeah. When I was in the transformation between running and walking after my accident, yeah, I always fall in a little bit. In German, we say trap a little bit faster, and then I start, oh, I'm running. No, stop. But my knees gave me an immediate feedback after a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's interesting because many times when I'm walking, whether it's indoors or it's outdoors, I try really hard not to use my phone or my device, but I see people face down just walking, looking at their phone, and I'm just like defeating the purpose. Plus, it's not even safe. I actually read somewhere, I think it was in Manhattan, that somebody fell into a manhole in the street because they weren't watching where they were going and it was open.
Yeah. Man, to be honest, I have my smartphone with me when I'm outdoor because you never know if is there an emergency or maybe there's something with myself or with the dog or whatever. That's the reason why I have my smartphone with me. But I'm not on the display during I'm walking. No, not at all. I just have it with me just for emergency reasons. Nothing more. And to be honest, in the morning, I don't switch it on. But some people say, when they call me, I try to call you, and then they reach me at 8:30. Are you sleeping so long? I said, no, I get up at 5:30 at latest. But my phone is always on flight mode until 7:38, always. Yeah. So my phone is off during my walks, just for emergencies reasons. I would switch it on earlier. Let's say it like this.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And it's good to have your phone with you because for safety reasons, you're right, you need it in case of emergency, but we don't have to be emailing people. I mean, I'm saying this to myself as well. I don't have to be emailing or texting someone when I'm outside. So what about walking in a city versus walking in the suburbs or in nature? Because you fortunately are in nature quite a bit, but for people who live in a city or a town, it might not be the same. Like example, when I'm walking around the inside of this mall, yesterday, for example, was a holiday here. The mall was jammed. I didn't see too many people purchasing anything, but I saw a lot of people standing around because it's 96 degrees Fahrenheit, and you have to weave in and out of the people, and sometimes it feels a little dangerous. Whereas if you're outside and you're unencumbered with other people, that seems like it would be more enjoyable.
Well, I mean, of course, when you're in the countryside, for me, it's more fun in the countryside because you don't have pollution, you don't have traffic, stuff like that. But when you're in a city, I mean, you have parks. Most cities have parks. I remember when I was last time in New York City, I was in the Central Park, of course. So you can walk in parks. But I guess you can also walk, I know, especially in America, you use your cars all the time. That's what I don't understand. You have all these drive-ins. People are driving their cars to the fitness center. Why not walking there? Yeah, why not using public transportation and walking? So I guess you can do a lot of walking just by doing your grocery or bringing your stuff to the laundry or whatever. So it is also walking. Yeah, you can walk fast and get a different aspect of your city. You can walk everywhere, actually, as long as it's a safe area. I wouldn't go in some districts in some large cities, but you can walk everywhere. Of course, again, it's for me, it's much more fun on a lake or here. It's a small wild river. It's just beautiful, especially because it's very warm here too at the moment. And the coldness of the lake, wild river, and the shadow of the trees in the forest. I just love it. But you can use parks and you can walk everywhere, of course. And I really encourage people to walk more, not taking the car all the time, especially for short distances. Why not walking? Dr. JACALYN, when I drive my motorhome, sometimes I walk half an hour, 40 minutes, one distance to go to buy some meat or some fruits because the next fruit market is a way where I park my motorhome. So I don't drive my motorhome there. I just walk because for me, it's good for my health. The dog needs to walk anyway. So we combine my health, her walk, and we get the fruits, the meat, or we walk to a laundry. So I'm used to walking. I really enjoy it. I love it. And I don't care about the weather when it's heavy raining or whatever. It's fine for me too. Afterwards, a hot shower, a coffee or a hot tea, and I'm fine again.
Yeah, I agree with you, unless it's thundering and lightning, as we talked about earlier on. So now,
Yeah.
how do you recover after your walk in terms of what you're putting in your body?
Well, first of all, when I walk less than 2 hours, I don't bring water. When I walk more than 1 hour, 2 hours, I bring water for sure. Also for the dog. But here in the area, there's this wide river, so the dog has the water in the river. There's no problem. I bring water. I take my supplements on a daily basis since, I started in June 1994. Can you imagine? 30 years ago, I started supplementing with Just Plus. I do supplementing. For recovering, what I do is depending. I enjoy a hot shower afterwards, and I rub my body and a hot shower. I do stretching. I don't need recovering. I'm not so exhausted. I can start working, whatever. And that's for me the benefit instead of running is the walking. I'm less exhausted. Of course, I'm burning less calories, but I burn the calories with the weightlifting too. And for me, it's when we talk about burning calories, meaning losing weight. For me, it's 80% is nutrition, and 20% is exercise. So I'm not exhausted afterwards. I really feel fine. I don't really need to recover. Sometimes a hot shower when it was heavy rain or was cold outside, but I don't need any recovery. When I come back, I drink a lot of water, and then I enjoy a coffee. To be honest, I enjoy a coffee afterwards. That's my reward.
I can't say
Because
I would enjoy that with you, but I'm glad you're enjoying the coffee.
yeah, because
Now,
I do intermittent fasting, so I don't have breakfast, and then I enjoy a coffee, and I'm just fine.
it's very interesting about the fasting, because I just had a conversation with someone about this, and I'd love to have your thoughts, even though it's a little off topic. But someone said if you are an athlete, or if you're working out multiple times, or every day you're working out, that when you're doing the intermittent fasting, your body's not getting enough calories to help build muscle, and it also slows down your metabolism because your body's used to having fewer calories. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, we have to define what you mean by workout. If you're heavyweight lifting because you're training for, I don't know, you get an engagement in Hollywood for doing the Superman main act or something like that. Of course, you should eat a lot, or you should fill in a lot of calories because you're working out heavily. Of course, it's a different approach. But when I talk about my personal workout, it works perfectly for me with intermittent fasting. Absolutely. What I changed a little bit, I'm a carnivore, is I when I do a more heavyweight out, what I do is I put in some carbs, meaning I put some honey in my tea, and I enjoy some berries, some fruits. That's what I do. So that's what I found out. Actually, I'm starting on the 17th, on the 18th, for the next full moon in September. I start a 4-week water fast, so 28 days water fast. And I know that my workout will be different, of course. Of course, I will still do my walking with my dog. That's pretty fine, but I will slow down the workout because I won't have the energy, I guess. So I don't know. I have no idea, but I think that the workout intention will go down a little bit. But
I think
to answer your, sorry.
I think it's interesting what you shared, that if you're weight training for a Hollywood movie, like maybe I forget the movies that are out with the Hugh Jackman and the other
Yeah.
guy, but if you're not a bodybuilder, so you're me, right, or you're basically saying that the intermittent fasting is a better route than eating small meals a day. Because I know a number of people who work out and lifting heavy weights, not for a Hollywood movie, and they're having 5 or 6 meals a day, meaning 2 shakes a day, 2 meals. And so I'm not sure if that's the best plan either. But for me, with ulcerative colitis in my history, I want to eat as few times as possible, because then your body's getting a chance to rest as opposed to working all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I only have 2 meals a day. So for me, it fits in between this 6 to 8 hours break. So I do 16 to 8, 18 to 6, something like that. But I have no experience in having 5 or 6 portions intakes in 8 hours if it's working. No idea, to be honest. If intermittent fasting, maybe you do intermittent fasting 12-12 or 14 to 10 or something like that. can work. I have no experience in that, to be honest, because I only have
Well,
2 meals a day.
I know you haven't reached your 60th decade yet, but I have also read information that when you're 60 or older, that intermittent fasting, I believe, I'm just saying, I think that I read this, that it's 12 hours is what's recommended as you get older.
Okay, so in 9 days I'm 60.
Enjoy, live it up.
No, maybe there's a change. I have no idea, but for me, 16 to 8 is working. Something I do 18 to 6. I feel really good with that. What is not working for me is 1 meal a day. I cannot get a lot of stuff just with 1 meal. That's not working for me. Yeah, because what I realized when I'm getting older, I cannot eat that large portion than when I was in my 20s and 30s. So 2 meals is okay. 1 meal a day is not working for me because I cannot eat so much at one time. But maybe you're right. I will tell you the next 10 years if it's changing or not. I have no idea at the moment.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but I noticed, I'm 61 now. I definitely noticed there's a major change in terms of my metabolism. So what I used to be able to work off doing what I was doing, it's not working anymore. So even with the intermittent fasting, it's almost just like at a standstill. So I'm at the point where I'm just accepting it. I'm just being grateful and accepting every day instead of constantly beating myself up and being tormented.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we have to enjoy every day. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Something I'd like to talk about also, because we're both advocates of Juice Plus. What are your thoughts about supplementation for people who are getting a lot of exercise versus people who aren't getting any exercise or really minimal exercise? Does it matter?
Well, I strongly believe that I'm supplementing since 30 years, as I mentioned before, June 1994. We have to differentiate what kind of supplements. I think everybody has to supplement, no matter if somebody's doing sports or not. Supplementing meaning getting vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals, enzymes, and all the stuff. It doesn't matter if you do sports or not, but you need it because your body's producing free radicals. We know this just by breathing. We have much more stress in life, so stress is producing free radicals. The environment, pollution, toxic stuff in beauty products, in cleaning products, processed food, when you take medication and so on. So I think everybody needs a certain amount of supplement for everyone, just to not only to stay healthy, meaning not to get sick. For me, it's not only to avoid sickness, it's much more. I want to be healthy and fit. I want life to perform. For me, health is not that I'm not sick. For me, health is just I'm fit, I'm full, I live my full potential. That's what I mean. And for this reason, I supplement because I know that that's beneficial. When we talk about somebody who is doing a lot of sports, it makes sense, of course. They put a higher intake on supplements. That's one thing, and they will, in addition, supplement also protein by using protein shakes and other stuff. Of course, so there's a differentiation between somebody's doing heavy sports or not. But I strongly believe everybody should supplement. I don't say that everybody should take protein shakes. For some people, it doesn't make sense. But supplementing with the Juice Plus capsule, for example, that both of we do, makes sense for everything, for everybody, no matter of what age somebody is or in a circumstance. It's for sure. I'm 100% sure. Otherwise, I wouldn't take it for 30 years. It's very beneficial. Absolutely.
Yeah, I take it every day. I'm just about to reorder, actually. And I do find that I have more energy than before. I think I've been taking Juice Plus supplements a year ago, February, really.
I guess it's 1.5 years or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1.5 years. So I really enjoy it. Now, what are your thoughts about pre and postbiotics? Prebiotic, postbiotic. Do you believe in those?
Well, everything. I wouldn't make a general statement because everybody has to try it out. What fits for you? What is good for you? Same with diet. For some people, vegan is perfect. For other one is vegetarian is perfect. Other one, for me, the best for me is carnivore. And the same is with different products. Try it out. I always say, try it out and listen to your body. Is it going better or not? Yeah, and try it out.
Yeah, and I think another great idea, because I do take a prebiotic, is my gastrointestinal doctor suggested it. But I think also read the reviews on the various products to see what people are saying, because anything that you put in your body might have some interaction with something else. Make sure you tell your doctor, because they always ask, what supplements are you taking? So
Yeah.
be candid with that.
What I do is, when I do it, and I guess what I'm starting in September, when I do a very strong fasting, meaning really totally cleansing and just water and tea for 4 weeks, so the heavy fasting is, then before I start eating my meat again, I use probiotics. Yeah, to build up my I just don't know the English, but my bacteria, the right bacteria in my stomach. I use this. So when I do a heavy cleansing, so flushing out all the stuff, really a heavy one, then I use probiotics. Yeah, for sure. In the beginning, yes.
And you said this is coming up in how many days or how many weeks are you doing it?
I buy a package and then I use until it's empty.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The heavy water fasting.
My water fast. I will start on the 17th, Tuesday the 17th, after my birthday. I will have a light meal, and on the 18th, with full moon, I start a 28-day water fast, a 4-week water fast. So meaning just water and tea, nothing else. And then I do on 18th, on the 19th or 20th, I take some products to cleanse my body totally, and I stay with water and tea for 4 weeks. Yes.
You've done this before?
Yes, several times.
What have you found? What have you found during this heavy water fasting? What are the stages that you go through? And is there a point where you're just almost ready to pass out?
Well, for me, the most difficult day with hunger is the first day, because I love to eat. So the first day is hunger. It's really a challenge for me, the first day. Then, I have a coffee drink. I love coffee. And then day 2, 3, sometimes 4, depending, I'm suffering a little bit, because the body doesn't get the caffeine and stuff like that. So I'm suffering a little bit. I feel like a diva. I'm a sensitive person, but even more sensitive. And after, so depending on day 4 or day 5, I really feel good, and then I'm just fine. But I only do it 28 days, because afterwards I have another program, so I cannot do it longer. But next year, when I'm in Sicily again in spring before Easter, I want to do a 40-day fasting. But this time I only do a 28-day. But for me, the heaviest day is day 1 with the hunger, feeling hungry, and then 2, 3, and 4, because I miss a little bit the sugar, and sometimes from the fruits, and I miss the caffeine. Yeah. But that's the point. So I have a little bit headache, not heavy, to be honest, a little bit headache. I feel a little bit nervous, something like that. But on day 4 or day 5, everything is fine, and I feel really good.
Well, my friend, I will leave you to that. That is not something I will be doing, but I look forward to hearing how you're doing on it. And what is your main goal and objective of doing this heavy water fasting?
Number 1 is working again on my discipline. Number 1. Number 2 is cleansing. Yeah, that's my 2 reasons. But to be honest, my number 1 reason is, do I have the discipline and do it? And so what I did is, I will leave my auntie's home, and I check in a co-working space in the countryside. So it's a nice old farmhouse that is converted into a very modern co-working space. So I check in there for this 2 weeks, and I have plenty of time of working on my project. So I don't have to prepare food. I don't have to eat food. I don't have to clean dishes, stuff like that. So it's going to be a combination of very focused work on a co-working space and fasting. So I'm very looking forward to that. And I'm thinking about it. Maybe I do every 2 or 3 days on my YouTube channel. I do some kind of report how I'm doing. Let's see.
I think people would really be interested to follow your journey doing this.
Yeah, maybe I do that. Because I have plenty of time. But because what I know from my previous fast is, as I said, after day 4 or 5, I'm pretty fine. I have a lot of energy, and I need much less sleep. So I sleep. I always sleep good, but I need less sleep. So I have plenty of time. No grocery, no preparing food, no dishwashing, no eating. You have a lot of more time. Absolutely. No
Yeah, and it
digestion.
saves you a
You
lot of
don't have,
money.
and you save money, of course. Yeah, yeah. And just having tea and tea and water. And actually, I'm going to buy some pomegranate or some oranges. Sometimes I squeeze a little bit in to get a little bit of flavor.
Hmm.
But that's all. That's all. Yeah.
And you'll still take the Juice Plus supplements.
I take Juice Plus supplements. Yeah. And maybe I will also add some salt to the water sometimes, so I'm not running out of my sodium and electrolytes. I don't buy electrolyte products because I do a lot of research, but most of the products have side products like sugar flavors or something like that. So I try to avoid that. I'm not I was thinking about buying them, but I didn't find a good one. So I will add sometimes we'll add some salt to my water. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, and I will
Yeah.
drink a lot. I guess my goal is 4 to 5 liters a day of drinking.
And you'll still be able to do your 9 miles of walking as well?
Yeah, I know that from my last fasting, it's not an issue. Walking is really cool. I don't have any problems with my circulation. What I know is that what I mentioned in the beginning is I guess my weightlifting program with TRX will be just a little bit, so not fully going in fully, so putting less weight, less stress on it, and do it more slowly, and maybe doing more reps, but with less pressure, meaning with less body weight on it, to stay a little bit in shape on the time, but it will be less heavy, of course, less heavy. Because the point is, when you fast, of course I'm gonna lose weight. I guess I will lose, from my own experience, in 4 weeks about 10 kilos. It's about, what is 10 kilos? I guess 20 pounds or something like that, or 25 pounds. I guess I will lose. And what it means is that I will lose fat. Of course, I will lose also muscle, but I will lose fat. And the fat deposit in our body is the storage for all the toxic stuff that the body is absorbing through food, pollution, and so on. And when you get rid of this fat, the toxic the toxins get into your blood system. Yeah? And that's the reason why I'm supplementing. I will double my supplementation with Juice Plus. That's one reason. I will drink a lot to get rid of it. And I'm not doing heavy sports because it's very counterproductive when you have toxins in your blood system, because you're losing body fat and the toxins are free now. It doesn't make sense to do heavy weightlifting. It's counterproductive. So I go slowly, and to be honest, out in my 20s and 30s anymore. So I have to take care a little bit, because I don't do it with any doctor advice, or I don't have any medical support from a doctor. I do it just by myself on my own responsibility. So I'm taking care about it.
Yeah, and I just admire what you're doing. I just want to share with our audience, do not try anything like this unless you have checked with your physician in case you have any type of medical issues. It's not something that's going to be for everyone, but it's
No,
for
no,
Roland, and we love that. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Roland, I would love for you to share with our audience, who is a good client for you and how can people reach you?
I just gave an interview before about targeting your client group. If you want to hit everyone, you hit one. Well, who should target me? People who have a serious interest of transforming their lives in wherever they are, wherever the status quo is. When they are interested in transforming their lives, I'm the person, because I reinvented my life many times. I'm now almost 33 years self-employed after I left the corporate world. So we all know that the economy was always changing. There have been crises. I always had to reinvent myself, because I'm not selling the same product, the same service that I did 35 years ago. And I'm not selling it and delivering, facilitating with the same methodology that 35 years ago. So everything was changing. So I always had to reinvent myself and redefine my goals and what I really want to do. So everyone who is in a transforming process or has the feeling something has to change in their lives is more than welcome. And I'm more than happy to support you with my long experience in many different areas in life. So feel free to have a chat with me. The best way to contact me is send me an email at office@my name rolandfriedl.com. I'm gonna spell it for you. It's ROLANDFRIEDL.com. So if you want to transform your business, transform your life, your whatever, just have a chat, and then we find out if we are fit, if we are fit, if we can work together or not. And I give you an honest feedback if it's working for me, yes or no, and then we commit 100%, and then let's start the journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Roland. And we'll be right back with our next show, which is the Mallorca Connection. So please do join us for that. Roland, I'll see you shortly.
I'll see you. Thank you so much. Thanks to our audience. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And thank you to each and every one of you who are watching on the live or on the replay. We really do appreciate if you would subscribe to our channels. We have 2 YouTube channels, USA Global TV and Radio, as well as Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. We're going to take a quick break and hear from some of our sponsors. Please do stay tuned and listen to their messaging, because there might be something in there that's just for you. Here we go, starting off with Tracy Cram-Perkins. 5 little known secrets for dementia caregivers with Tracy Cram-Perkins.
Hi there, I am Tracy Cram-Perkins, the host of the Dementia Home Care Show here on USA Global TV and Radio. I am also the author of the book of the same name. And you'll see this QR code. This is for an extended version of the same talk. So if you want to see the full hour-long version, feel free to scan the code and go to that website. Stick with me, we'll talk about 5 little known secrets to make it a little easier to do dementia caregiving. What you're seeing on the left-hand side is a healthy aged brain, age 55 and above. The one you're seeing on the right is an Alzheimer's disease brain. It is in moderate disease. It is shrinking. It has holes in it. The memories that were in those holes no longer exist. When you're learning something, let's say in kindergarten, you learn how to tie your shoelace. Well, then by the time you're in 2nd grade, your brain remembers that information from tying the shoelace and applies it so you can learn more quickly how to tie more complex knots. So the brain is hardwired to do this for us. So it helps us learn faster, so it doesn't take us long to acquire knowledge. The brain is looking for the information, and they pick the closest to wherever that hole is. Let's look at some tips that we can use to help do that.
These are 5 simple tools you can use as a dementia caregiver to help your loved one. The whiteboard is a useful tool in recording the day's activities and the answers to repetitive questions. The calendar clock is a very useful tool to orient your loved one on the day, the date, and the time, and remind them of upcoming appointments. The communication cards are a great tool to bridge the gap when they can no longer tell you what's wrong. And then there's the pill minder for when your loved one is still able to take pills but needs prompting. The final tool I want to share with you is the memory book. It tells your loved one's story. It's a great tool for distraction, redirection, also as a conversation starter, and telling you where they are in their story so you know how to answer their questions.
Music is probably the most powerful tool in your toolbox after laughter. Music is a way to maintain connection. It sticks with your brain longer than any other thing, including reading. When you're having an issue with somebody, you can play their favorite music if you move them to another room, something that makes them happy, or you can start singing songs together from their childhood. These are some of my favorite books for caregivers. My show airs on the 3rd Tuesday of every month, and you can view past episodes on YouTube. Thank you, everyone.
This program has been brought to you in part by Tracy Cram-Perkins. Connect with her and order her book at tracycramperkins.com. For more information about Alzheimer's disease, support resources, and how you can help, contact the Alzheimer's Association at 1-800-272-3900 or visit their website at www.alz.org. They offer 24/7 helpline support and a wealth of information to assist you and your loved ones. USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents our partner and sponsor, Mr. Philip Sykes and the British School of Excellence, building confidence, changing lives. And now, proudly presenting the Polished Professional.
On a transformative journey with the British School of Excellence's comprehensive suite of masterclasses, crafted to elevate your professional and personal life. 8 outstanding modules will elevate you to the next level. Module 1, Exploring Life's Purpose, delves into the depths of self-discovery, guiding you to chart your unique path to fulfillment and success. Module 2, Mastering Professional Presence and Confidence. This masterclass is a deep dive into the art of self-assurance and commanding presence, which is essential for standing out in today's competitive landscape. Module 3, Learn the secrets of visual impact, how to curate a personal style that amplifies your professional brand. Module 4, Mastering Professional Etiquette and Communication Excellence, navigating the nuances of corporate interaction with grace and tact. Module 5, Elegance in Eloquence. We impart powerful techniques to captivate and persuade any audience with your oratory skills. Module 6, Unlock the potential of your emotional intelligence, EQ, and harness the ability to connect, empathize, and lead with emotional savvy. Module 7, Mastering DISC, building a gateway to understanding behavioral styles, fostering better personal and professional relationships. Module 8, Mastery in Dining Etiquette, building your confidence to perfect the subtleties of dining with finesse, enhancing your social savviness at any table. Step into the Polished Professional program where poise, elegance, and excellence aren't just taught, they're instilled for life. Join us to redefine your potential and polish your professional edge.
To learn more, go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. The British School of Excellence are investors in people. Let us invest in you.